And now we're finally unmuted. Welcome in to the Weekly Pour Podcast, episode 192. We are 8 episodes away from episode number 200, which is a pretty big feat considering we've been doing this for, 5 years or so. So we appreciate everybody coming in. If you are watching this live on the YouTubes right now, jump into the chat and say hi. So we know that you're there. We've got some of our regulars have already jumped in. Of course, moderator Natalie is in. She's trying to get everybody to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button because, it's kind of important and it helps us out. Mama TBT for the 191st episode was first in the chat, of course. So we appreciate her being there.
Did she get a t-shirt for that?
What's that?
Does she get a t-shirt for that?
Yeah, she's already got one. Mama TBT is in, of course, like I said. Mrs. TBT and Pam is in. We appreciate everybody jumping in. If you missed the opening theme song, the brand new version, well, you'll have to wait till next week or watch the replay because it played. It was actually kind of cool. Those lyrics were wrote by Ace and myself. And I don't know if I forgot this part, but I am TBT. That guy over there is Ace. And we do welcome you to episode 192 of the Weekly Pour Podcast. Before we start talking about everything that we've done in the past week, we need to remind people that it's time for the weekly recap.
Weekly recap!
What is that? Holy moly. So, yeah, we're playing around with some production stuff tonight just because we can.
Right.
And because there's really no other way to do this unless we are live. In order for us to test things out, we've got to be going because it's very hard to test it out, record it, play it back when we're both available to say. It's a little weird. So just bear with us. If you don't like it, I don't care. Just edit that part out because we can't edit it out because it's live. That's the perils of being live, I guess.
I didn't know you could sing like that.
Well, it's something that I've kept to myself for many, many years. But yeah, I guess the possum's out of the trash can.
Yeah, just while you're walking around the house, you just let out rebel yells.
Yeah,
randomly.
It makes me want to just scream it again.
Weekly recap!
It makes me feel so good to get that out, and it clears my throat.
Right.
Yeah. So how has your week been?
It's been fine. It's been good. Busy, like always.
Nothing wrong with that.
Work. My grandson had his first day of kindergarten today.
Oh, so what you're trying to tell me is that he is a COVID baby.
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes. But yeah, first day of kindergarten, and that is bittersweet for all of us.
Why? I've never understood that.
Because it's a rite of passage and it shows that he's growing up.
Y'all are going to have graduations from like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way to senior graduation, right?
Right. Well, I don't know why we do all of those.
Yeah,
but,
I don't understand that. Because the last time I checked, I graduated from high school and college.
Yeah, I just moved on to the next room over the next year,
Yeah, I get a taller locker.
So, yeah. But, yeah, we're proud of him.
As you should be. For those that celebrate, I am happy to report that today is August 5th. It is National Oyster Day. It is also National Work Like a Dog Day. For those that wear it, it is National Underwear Day. And it is International Traffic Light Day because sometime back, way long time ago, traffic lights were invented. So, yeah.
Who decides these things and why are they so odd?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
Who decided it was National Oyster Day?
Who decided, and what do you do on National Underwear Day?
That I can tell you. Let me find. I got to find it again. Okay,
Don't
so
stand up.
that. What do you mean?
Don't
National Oyster
stand up.
Day is a food holiday to enjoy oysters either fresh, boiled, or grilled. You know what they say about oysters? They're slimy. National Underwear Day is a light-hearted fashion day highlighting undergarments. Again, for those that participate. I did
Lighthearted.
leave one out. It's also Green Peppers Day. It's a day dedicated to cooking with or eating green bell peppers.
I do that every day.
The National Work Like a Dog Day is a day to appreciate hard work, dedication, and tireless effort.
That at least sounds rewarding and deserving.
Yeah,
You know,
and
I mean,
well, it Work Like a Dog Day. Whose dog works? Mine lay
not mine.
around in the grass on the floor and all of that, and do not work for anything.
Right. So why is that phrase even in existence? Working like a dog.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. International Traffic Light Day marks the anniversary of the first electric traffic system installed in 1914 in
Wow.
Cleveland, Ohio.
You mean
So, one more thing to blame Ohio over.
those signals that no one pays attention to and they just disregard
Again,
all the
it's
time?
another one of those things if you participate.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, it has been a week. I can't remember, honestly, what's been going on the past week. I did go to the large package store, not for alcohol. I went to the large box store. I don't want to say
Oh,
their
okay.
name because we'll get banned because, that's like false advertisement or something. Wally World.
The big box store.
I went there by myself.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, on a Saturday at like 1. I went to see
And
Mama TBT,
okay.
and then I had to go get groceries because Mrs. TBT decided to run off to Indianapolis again, where this time
What now?
she took part alongside Pam, who of course is in the chat, in the Margarita 5K.
What is that?
That is a 5K that you then, I guess, get margaritas afterwards. Or apparently you could have them before. Who wants to have margaritas before a 5K? Is my
What about
question.
during? I figured it was during.
See, that would be my thing. I'd want to have the margaritas during the 5K.
Right.
Because if you
Right.
get thirsty, you just sip on it and you're good to go. I don't know.
This is an actual running event?
You can run, walk, jog, crawl, bike. Well, you probably can't bike, but yeah.
Because my thought would be it would be in some giant bar somewhere where it's just people challenging each other to drink as many margaritas as possible.
While they're walking in place 5 kilometers.
Sure.
Yeah. Apparently not, though. And my understanding is you're limited to 2. I don't know.
That's terrible.
Right? Well, it depends on how big they are. If they're like fishbowl margaritas, then you really only need 2. Or, as moderator Natalie points out, just go get margaritas and forget the 5K.
There you go. Who's ready for that anyway?
I
If
know.
you're a margarita drinker, you're not there to run.
Right. I was left to tackle Wally World alone, which is never a good idea. And I will tell you, it was probably one of the worst experiences of my life.
Just this one time?
Just this one time. People.
Why?
Just people.
What were they doing?
Nothing but standing there, taking up an entire aisle because they haven't seen Margaret in like 2 weeks and had to tell her everything that's happening. And I'm standing there patiently with a big grin on my face. I need to move. Yeah, I tried. See, I have to get in those moods, and then I can record things like weekly recap.
Why don't you have it delivered? And when
There's
they
a
deliver
Warrant
out to the,
song that matches that, and it's called "In the Sticks."
there you go. I was just going to ask. You are
Yeah,
probably way out of the radius.
I'm not. I have had them deliver like a couple things that I need that I don't have the time to stop by. But a full grocery order, look, if I'm getting cucumbers or another kind of vegetable or a fruit or a steak, I want to pick my own. They can pick all the boxy things off the shelf, but
Right,
when it
right.
comes to something like that, I want to pick it. So there's
Sure.
the other reason for not getting it delivered.
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
agree with that. We're not quite as fancy. So
You like bruised cucumbers and pineapples and cantaloupes?
I don't know that I get those when we order.
Oh, see, I don't want to do two orders. I don't want to go and do an order, so I just go.
I don't mind going typically, but yeah, you're right. I usually am the one getting stopped by somebody. Uh,
Well,
I'm
I
sure you.
ended up seeing like six people I knew in the midst of all of that, two of which
Exactly.
wanted to stop and talk and say hi. One of which I didn't mind stopping and talking to because we actually talked for probably 10 minutes, but that was okay. It calmed me down from dealing with everybody else as I remembered that my wife and my wife's friend and my friend are all up there drinking margaritas while they're doing a 5K.
Right,
I
right.
don't
They're
think they
healthier for it,
5K'd. They got a medal, but I think the medal was for drinking their margaritas.
probably, because
Yeah,
they're probably not the best margaritas even.
probably not. I could probably make better ones here. But
Yeah,
then again,
exactly.
and you don't have to go all the way to Indianapolis just to get an icy margarita. I'll even put salt around the rim or even sugar.
How
Or
hot was it last Saturday too? My God.
I don't know. It wasn't that hot. It
Okay, not
rained
like today.
here. No,
I don't remember.
I don't think so. I don't know. Oh, she said they were free. You can buy more. Oh, so you get two free
Gotcha.
and then you can buy more. Okay. I, my
Should
machine, I give them for free. All of them.
all of them.
Yeah. Hey, we've got big news coming up in regards to episode 200. I'm not going to release this news yet. But what I will say is, as of right now, we will not be alone for episode 200. I'm just going to let people ponder that one. As we get closer, maybe we'll drop some clues. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just keep it a surprise. A surprise on two accounts, actually. One, because, and the other one, because again. So there you go. Keep an eye out for our socials. You better be following us: Facebook, Instagram, the TikToks, YouTubes. Because if you don't follow us, how are you going to know besides just tuning in? I want you to be excited. So you have to see the things when we decide, hey, let's put out a clue. Let's do this. Okay. I will
Oh
say that this
no.
person has a new album coming out in September. So mark your calendars right now for September 30th, because no matter what, September 30th will be our 200th episode. Even if a catastrophe happens and we can't get to our houses because we've been infested with fire ants, we will be on the side of the road doing an episode. I just picked an animal that first came to my
Fire
head.
ants.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like, we're taken over by dogs because, I mean, who cares? Fire ants makes a little bit of a difference because they bite you.
You alluded to clues or something like that, and now I'm worried that you're going to be one of those Easter egg people, like doing the sleep token thing or the Taylor Swift thing, or like that's what you want to do, isn't it?
What do I know about Easter eggs?
That's what you want to do.
Look, mark my words. I will not leave Easter eggs. Or will I? Yeah. You just have to tune in. And no, Natalie, I don't even have to look at the comments. I know you've already said something. No, it's not you. You would already know. And now I have to look. I knew it. I knew she said something. I knew she did. We kind of need to get into some news. We've got some stories this week, some pretty interesting ones. Some we're going to do some deep dives into. The first one is a story that broke just a few days ago. Probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 days ago. Doesn't matter. But this story involves a band that I know you and I absolutely loved from back in the day.
Yeah.
The lead singer still continues to tour. Okay, I'm just going to get straight to it. Fred Curry, who many of you might remember from the band Cinderella, says that he and Eric Brittingham are both ready to play with Cinderella again. To quote him, he says, "I would love it, and I think the fans would love it." This was an interview with Eddie Trunk, who I'm sure most of you know who he is. Eddie asked Fred Curry if he has any desire to go back on the road as part of a Cinderella reunion with all of the surviving members, of course, guitarist Jeff LaBar, who passed away back in 2021. And the Cinderella drummer, being Fred Curry, said, "Yeah, absolutely." It's funny that I've turned out to be the studio guy because he does a lot of behind the scenes stuff in the studio as director, producer, stuff like that.
Right.
And has done numerous musical things. Basically says he's just been playing on so many records. It's been great. And I play every day and I'm ready. So I do want to go out and play. I do want to tour again. He goes on to talk about talking to Eric Brittingham, who was the bass player, of course, for Cinderella. And he goes, "We're both ready when Tom says, let's do it." Of course, Tom Kiefer, who we actually talked about last week, who had to cancel the last few dates of his tour because of a vocal strain. Of course, having that setback, puts a lot of things on ice. But it's very cool to know, within the past, week, that now we've got the possibility, I don't care if it's tiny, the possibility of a surrender, of a Cinderella reunion. And I've already got the tour. I've got it figured out.
Right.
A 4-band show. 4 bands. 1 ticket. Warrant.
Okay.
I'm going to add 5. There's 5 now.
Oh my God, it's a festival.
It's a festival. Warrant. Winger. Firehouse. Cinderella. And your headlining band for 2027, Poison.
Exactly.
What?
I would almost sub one out and put LA Guns in.
Oh. 6 bands. It is now a 2-day festival.
Winger has indicated they're not touring, but everyone says that.
I'm sure.
That they're done, touring. But this is, to me, pretty interesting news because I was always under the impression that even when Jeff LaBar was alive, that Eric, Fred, and Jeff were content not doing active touring and recording and that sort of thing. They kind of moved on, which I'm all for, if that's what you feel like you should do. Because there's so many bands that play beyond their expiration date.
Right.
Right. But if you got other things you can do and you want to do it, do it. Tom lives for music. And that's what he does. Yeah. Now, will he be willing to do it? Would he want to do it? He's got a very good band. He's got a good gig going. He does well. I'm all for it. You're all for it. I think a lot of people would be. But this reminds me of Poison when they're sitting around just waiting for Brett to say, yes, yes, we're going to do it.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
funny you mentioned the solo band that Tom Kiefer has, because in part of this conversation, there was a mention of that. Fred Curry basically says, so let me get to this part right here. He goes, so that's the main thing, is he's so happy with his solo band, referring to Tom Kiefer, and they're all
Right.
nice guys. So that's where the pool is for him. I don't think he wants to screw those guys over, but I don't think he would, because a Cinderella reunion would be kind of just like a one-time thing. We'll see. He goes, we'll see. So go on a
Right.
summer 2027 tour.
Yeah. And these tours anymore are not like they were when they were doing it in the late 80s. We're
Right.
not playing 200 shows a year. We're talking 30 dates.
Yeah. Let's push it to
30
40
dates.
just to give ourselves more of a chance to get them close to us.
Sure.
Okay.
But you're talking May to July, something like that. I think that's doable, and I don't think it would hurt his touring band a bit. I
I don't
mean,
either.
I don't know how often they have to get paid, but surely they can take a few months off or do some other things.
Right.
I mean, Sammy Hagar for years would keep his touring band on the payroll.
Right.
So they, when they weren't touring, they were getting paid anyway. But Sammy can do that. I don't know if everyone else can.
Um, 6 bands, one night only in every city. 47 cities.
47.
Yeah, just because I'm trying to I want to make sure that we get them here. But I think in all joking aside, Cinderella,
Right,
we'll go Cinderella, Warrant, Firehouse, Poison. Not necessarily in that order, with the exception of Poison being your headliner. That
right.
would be an epic, epic tour. Now, I know that's
Oh,
pushing it with 4 bands. Do you drop it down to 3? Do you do Poison? Do you do LA Guns? Do you do Cinderella? I don't think you could go wrong with any of those lineups as long as you have Cinderella and Poison.
well, and I will tell you, this will be a co-headlining. I don't think Tom is
Oh,
going to do
for
this
sure.
unless this is co-headlining.
Sure.
So they would flip the headliner each night. They would play equal time. I don't think you can argue at this point like one's a bigger band than the other. I don't think. At their peak, both bands had 3 big records at their peak, and I'd say, man, they're neck and neck with popularity
I would
and
almost throw
probably record sales.
I would almost throw Faster Pussycat into the mix.
Who are still out there
Yeah.
and play so well. We saw them a couple of years ago with Tom Kiefer opening
Yeah,
for him, and golly, they were so good.
exactly. So I
So
guess we're just going to have to hold our breath. We'll wait and see. We
the
obviously don't know.
possibilities are out there.
Yeah, we have no idea what's going to go on for 2027, because everybody's being tight-lipped about all of the tours, with the exception of the tours that are going on now that will, continue to go to 2027. So it's very intriguing. I cannot wait, and I'm very, very anxious to hear something. Hopefully, one person who will not be going on tour anytime soon, and has actually announced his retirement from touring and live performances, is legendary Deep Purple bassist and vocalist and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Glenn Hughes. This was some big news that came out just yesterday. Upon his doctor's advice, Glenn, who turns 75 later this month, will have to undergo heart surgery and has made the difficult decision to step back from live performances for the foreseeable future. No idea what foreseeable future means. Could be a couple months, could be a couple years. And by that time, again, he turned 75 this month. He may be like, you know what? I'm done. He's done a lot. Um,
Right.
People want to, if you are wondering exactly what happened this past year, He's had some health issues. The results from numerous MRIs, CTs, and an echocardiogram have alerted his medical team that he needs another open heart surgery. I really have no option and no choice, as health is my number one priority. Grateful to have been chosen with a life full with the gift of music, and puts out a thank you saying, "Thank you for walking beside me." Um, his last full show, or most recent full live show, took place on May
Right.
30th in Chicago, or St. Charles, Illinois, when he reunited with the Dead Daisies, which kind of brings up a whole nother story um, involving John Corabi, because if you guys remember, John Corabi was doing the Dead Daisies. So now it's a little up in the air as
Right.
far as that goes.
Yeah, just a week ago, John was just wondering what the heck happened. He hadn't really been given any notice of anything. They just kind of appeared with Glenn Hughes, so
Yeah.
he was out of the loop on that one.
Yeah.
Um,
So, but now, with Glenn Hughes being forced basically to step aside, we got two stories here. Number one, you want his health to get better. Hope everything goes well. Number two, is Corabi coming back to the Dead Daisies?
right.
Or is that going to be a story for next week when we actually hear something?
I don't know. You mentioned Hughes being in Deep Purple, bass player and singer, and I would say Hughes is one of those that are in the freak category.
Oh,
Someone
for
that
sure.
can still bring it every night. He's got an amazing voice at 75 years old, as good as he ever was. But
Yeah.
not only was he in Deep Purple, but one of my
Are you
favorite
going to do
newer.
it?
What do what?
I want to hear what you're going to say.
I'm going to talk about first Black Country Communion, but
Okay.
also his tenure with Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay. Not where I thought
Did
you
I
were
miss it?
going.
Where?
Yeah.
Well,
His
uh,
first early success in the 70s with Trapeze.
Trapeze, right? Who was in Trapeze?
Coverdale.
That's it. And that's where they probably pulled him from Deep Purple, correct?
Right.
Because they were both there. But yeah, his Black Sabbath run, which was cut short, uh, I think in 1986 or so. Do you know who replaced him in Sabbath as the singer?
No.
Gillen. Ray
Really?
Gillen, right? That
Who
was going
most
to be the
people
next guy.
who most people will remember probably from Badlands.
Correct. Right. There's just a handful of shows that he did, but yeah, he was going to be the guy, and then Badlands took off.
Yeah.
But
Golly,
yeah,
I love that band. We could spend a whole episode talking about Badlands.
well, that first record was stellar.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
can't find that record. Did you know that?
I
You
can.
can't buy it. Well, I have the CD. I'm sure you have a copy,
Well, yeah, absolutely.
but you can't buy it now.
Really.
They're being held back by the record company. Legalities are you know the story of Ray Gillen?
I think I do.
Uh, After he contracted AIDS, he did some very questionable acts after his AIDS diagnosis, and uh, there was some I hate to say it, some sexual contact with women that he didn't reveal that he had
Okay.
AIDS, and basically was infecting a lot of people. There were lawsuits left and right. And I think in the settlements of these lawsuits was the fact that those Badland records with him on it can't be released. I'm not sure you'll even hear them played a whole lot.
I'm actually looking for them right now on Apple Music.
Yeah, you might find the newer ones without him.
Well,
I think there's one or two.
the old stuff's not there
No,
at
no,
all. Wow.
right, and it's been that way for years,
Huh.
and every time those rights come back up, because there's is it Rock Candy? that does the reissues, or Rhino Records that does the reissues.
I think
Uh,
Rhino.
Either one, they try to buy the rights to reissue those records, and they're just stifled and stopped.
That is
So
insane.
so if you have a copy of that record on vinyl or CD or something like that, there's some value to it.
No. If you have it, just call us. Let us know. The number's in
Right.
the corner of the screen right now. 747-333-8977. Just let us know. Drop us a text. We'll take it off your hands.
Yeah. No,
I
no
think it's fair.
charge.
Yeah, no
No
charge.
charge.
We'll even come get it. We'll pick it up.
Yeah.
I'm
So
looking now to
that's
see
the
if I
story.
can find it anywhere because I'm very curious.
Yeah.
If you don't remember this band, I mean, this was Ray Gillen, Jake E. Lee, Eric Singer,
Lee.
um, Greg Chaisson. I always mess up his last name. But my gosh, 3 albums. One, of course, didn't chart. It was their last one that they did in '98. It was called Dusk. Voodoo Highway was their second one, but their first initial was a self-titled debut studio album released in May of 1989. I had no idea that we were going to go on a Badlands trek here, but here we are. That album,
Yeah.
um, my gosh, it is an
Right.
absolute gem.
And those vocals, like there
Oh,
was when I first heard him sing, I thought we had found something truly special in that
yes,
voice. Yeah, I just pulled this up with the allegations and lawsuits following his death. During He died in December of '93, and there were widespread allegations surfacing then that he had knowingly concealed his illness and exposed multiple sexual partners without warning. And there were resulting civil lawsuits and legal settlements that affected the parties, creating a complex web of rights disputes.
wow.
Yeah, so because of these legal actions and ongoing rights freezes tied to his estate and songwriting royalties, Badlands' critically acclaimed catalog, Badlands and Voodoo Highway, was pulled from physical production and remains absent from major digital streaming platforms. There you go.
That's
So,
interesting. I am glad that I'm glad I have a copy,
yeah, and I still have mine if I
and I'm
want to
pretty
play
sure
it.
you
But
can go on YouTube. I actually think you can go on YouTube and listen to their music, but I highly encourage it just because it was such an awesome band. That lineup was just insane. But back to the
dude,
original reason for this story with Glenn Hughes announcing this retirement. We're going to keep an eye on this because obviously we want his medical issues to clear up. Hopefully his surgery goes just fine.
right.
This is a big loss for the rock and metal genre, just in everything that he's done and his history. Again, what I say, he's turning 75 this month. There's a lot of stuff, and we just started covering a lot of the stuff that he's worked on and done.
Well, and 75 with his voice still there.
Oh,
Uh, Anymore, that's nothing to some of these singers that can still go out there. Brian Johnson is getting ready to turn 80
yeah,
for AC/DC, and he is still touring with AC/DC right now.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's got to tell you something. And we'll say it again because we always do. Sammy Hagar is
Right.
another one
Dude,
that's out
what,
there.
78 or 79,
Yeah.
right?
But if we're going to talk about Sammy, we cannot leave out William Shatner, who was
No.
198 and getting ready to do his thing.
Getting ready
Speaking of
to do, yeah, the Rock, or the Crab Fest, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Lobster
speaking of
Fest, or,
somebody else that is actually getting some music to get ready to come out soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. We talked about this, I believe, back in April because we got word that there would be more music coming from her this year. It looks like 80s hard rock queen Lita Ford may finally get the upcoming follow up to 2012's Living Like a Runaway back out, hopefully in September. She says, we're trying to get this record out, going back and forth with paperwork through the record companies. And so we're hoping for a September record, in which case the touring is going to pick up and everything is going to be off the charts. So I'm excited, fingers crossed. Like I said, we talked about this back in April when we heard, that she was doing some new music, and now that we're
Yes, yes,
getting a little bit more, because there was talk about a solo or a duet that she did with Dora Pesh.
yes.
So
I remember that now. I can't believe it's been that long. 2012. But that Living Like a Runaway, that was a good record, and I think that came out at around the same time as her biography.
I
They were
believe it
pretty
did.
close together. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. And that's just a quick little story. I wanted to interject that in there real quick just to say, hey, it looks like we're going to get some more stuff maybe soon from Lita Ford. And part of the reason, number one, because, we absolutely love Lita Ford and everything she's done. But this goes back to what we've talked about for the past few weeks is the ridiculous amount of new music that we continue to get this year, and it being the year of rock and
Yes.
metal. This
Yes.
just adds to that. And I don't care what she comes out with. She could come out with something that's a little bit more like the Runaways, or maybe her 80s stuff as Lita Ford, Kiss Me Deadly. It
Yes.
doesn't matter. It's going to be rock and it's going to be Lita Ford. And if she's got a duet with Dora Pesh, please bring it
I was
on.
just listening. I was just listening to "Shot of Poison" this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, is a
Yeah.
premonition.
Right. I didn't know this story was coming at all.
See, you're welcome. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll keep an eye on that because I think that's something that's going to be something worth listening to for sure. So this next story we're going to talk about, this is one I think we could literally do a deep dive into if we wanted. Not just the subject of the band, not just the band as a subject, but the way things seem to be getting a little out of control when you talk about VIP experiences with bands. It wasn't but a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, we made a little mention about being able to go backstage and see Motley Crue. You get your
Okay.
photo, you get to meet the band, you get some swag, blah blah blah. And I'm pretty sure the price was maybe 1200, maybe 1500. I'd really have to look it up because I can't remember. Well, to me, that's just ridiculously expensive. You've already got to pay for your ticket. Most let me put this out there. Most VIPs that you get for a band or an artist do not include your ticket. So
No.
you have to buy your ticket and then you have to get this VIP
Right.
experience.
Your $300 ticket you might be buying.
Right. And if you're paying $1,200 for a VIP experience, you're now at 1,500, not counting your
Right.
beverages, your food, your parking, your gas, more beverages and more beverages and more beverages, not counting any of that. You're close to 2 grand. Now, I don't know because I don't
Easy.
have it in front of me. I don't know if the Motley Crue VIP, and I'm not picking on them. I'm just using them as an example right now. Um, I don't know if that included a ticket. I truly don't. I might have to look up just to find out. But anyway, the reason I'm getting into this, um, 50 years is a golden anniversary. Everybody agrees. And to celebrate that
Right.
milestone, Foreigner is giving fans the opportunity to experience the band like never before with the launch of its all new Golden Anniversary VIP ticket, the most exclusive concert package in the band's history. This is designed for the band's most devoted fans, and it offers an unprecedented behind the scenes experience that brings ticket holders closer to Foreigner than ever before. The centerpiece of this whole experience allows guests to sit on stage during 3 songs, enjoying a once in a lifetime perspective from alongside the band as they perform some of rock's most iconic hits.
How are you sitting? What are you just sitting in a folding chair next to the singer?
Now, there's a couch. I don't
A
know.
couch?
I don't know.
Oh,
Availability for the Golden Anniversary VIP ticket is extremely limited and offered on select tour dates while supplies last. Oh, how much is it, you ask?
Supplies?
Yes, and
How
I'll
much?
tell you why supplies. This Golden Anniversary VIP ticket starts at $1,000. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I misquoted. It starts at $999.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
So I clicked here for more information as we were provided this information. If you want to go to the Foreigner 50th Anniversary Golden Ticket Experience in Noblesville, Indiana, Friday, as in this Friday, you will pay $999. Unlike most of these VIP experiences, I will tell you that this does include a ticket to the show. You get to sit on stage for 3 Foreigner songs, like we've already told. A special reserved seat for band guests only. A pre-show Golden VIP ticket event, which includes a photo with the band. You get a laminated pass. You get early entry to the venue for easy merch shopping. You get an on-site Golden Ticket VIP concierge. That's my French for the day. You get a Golden Ticket keychain for special access to upcoming events before the public. You get an exclusive limited edition 7-inch vinyl single containing previously unreleased recordings. Okay, that'd be kind of cool. You get a special autographed and dated set list from your show, suitable for framing, I might add. You get a limited edition tote bag. I bet you it's not clear, so you won't be able to take it to another concert.
Probably not.
And you get a limited edition sample bottle. It's very important to put sample bottle there because sample bottle's about yay high of their backstage bourbon. Count me in, not for $1,000. The point of this, you get a lot of swag here. But is it worth your $1,000?
You don't get to pick the songs, right? That you sit on
Oh,
stage.
absolutely not.
Who are you seeing? These people that would pay for this, do they even know who's in the band?
Yeah, I'm sure that the people that are actually going to pay for this are diehards. I
Okay, how
guarantee it.
what does that even mean these days? Because there's no original members.
How far back? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I'm just saying if it's not even Kelly Hansen, who was there for 20 something years.
Yeah, I'd totally go and I would take my freaking Hurricane CD and have him sign that, but not for $1,000.
At least he was known. He was at least known as the singer in the band and as the singer in Hurricane.
Right.
I mean, Luis Carlos Maldonado, who's been the singer for about a year now or so. Okay. I know Jeff Pilson because he was in Dawkins.
Right.
But do I want to pay $1,000 to sit next to Jeff Pilson singing or playing Foreigner songs?
No.
I mean, it's cool that they want to do something like this. I don't know how many people would want to do it.
I'm going to pick on Motley Crue again. So I guess I am kind of picking on them.
Yeah, I actually pulled up their stuff, by the way.
So did I. They have different packages. Their lowest price one is the Circus of Chaos package. It is $135 plus your ticket plus fees. The interesting thing here is with that, all you're getting is swag. You don't get to meet the band. You're only getting swag. And I'm sorry. Why? Because you get it at the concert? Great. Will people pay for this? Yes, they absolutely will.
The price.
I guarantee it'll sell out. The next one is $175 plus your ticket plus your fees. Once again, as I scroll through here real quick, you don't get to meet the band. You will, however, get to meet the band if you buy your ticket, pay your fees, and then you pay another $1,400. This does not include 3 songs sitting on stage with Vince and Nikki and Tommy and John, but it does include an individual photograph with members of Motley Crue.
Yeah. And the thing is, at least 3 of those guys are original.
Very true.
And the other one is John 5. Right?
Yeah, which that in itself is pretty cool.
Right.
But that's $1,400 plus ticket plus fees. I'm going to tell you, this is my personal opinion, the opinion of TBT. I think these VIP packages have gotten way out of hand.
Crazy.
Stupid, crazy, ridiculously expensive. Now, there are some others out there, and I'll use Firehouse as an example. I can't tell you how much they were because I don't know. But one of their packages included a guitar that was signed by the band. You meet the band, you get this guitar, you hang out with them, you talk. That's badass. It's more than just a laminate or a crowd-free pre-show merchandise shopping or a program or a poster from a tour 20 years ago. And I'm only, once again, picking on Motley Crue for that, but I don't understand $1,400.
I like how you get access to the merch stand to spend more money.
$1,400 plus your ticket, plus your fees, plus your merch.
Why doesn't any of these ever include a T-shirt? That would be cool.
Oh, because there's like 8 T-shirts to choose from, and they aren't going to know.
These could be exclusive.
Oh yeah, I like a Brock Lesnar shirt when he was doing his tour of Suplex City, or John Cena when he was doing his retirement, and it said, Indianapolis. I was there.
Yes,
very cool.
The Kiss did one a while back, not that long ago. The Ultimate Kiss Army Experience. I remember this distinctively. This was $4,000 to $5,000, depending.
Wow.
None of that included access to Paul, Gene, or anyone. No pictures, no meet and greet, nothing. You got to walk around the stage. You got to tour their private instrument collections or something. And let's see. Oh, it included a personal photo ops in full stage makeup gear and an exclusive performance. So maybe I was wrong on that. The ones I remember had no access to them. For $5,000, you may or may not get to meet them.
So I just looked up the Guinness Book of World Records because they have world records for everything. The most expensive concert VIP package, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, was from Bon Jovi's 2010 Circle Tour. Their Diamond VIP experience were individually priced at $1,875. The package included a next generation collectible concert chair, VIP check-in, pre-show hospitality, dedicated on-site host, and your favorite John Bon Jovi hits. A fully autographed program, a voucher to redeem at their website, a commemorative. Nothing in there says anything about being able to meet the band. However, I will remember, if it wasn't there some things with Metallica not too long ago where people were paying like $7,000 for their meet and greet snake pit experience?
$3,000 to $4,500 is what this states here.
Well, then
which included a 2-day pass with access to the do what?
Then the Guinness Book of World Records is a little off.
Well, and I had the Kiss one at 5,000, but I'm rereading the Kiss one, and it says it included personal photo ops in full stage makeup gear. I wonder if you got to wear their full stage makeup.
Yeah, good question.
It wasn't them. But the Metallica one, it was a 2-day pass with access to center stage, snake pit, and exclusive meet and greet. with two band members.
At least.
Well, and it could be any one of them. What if Hetfield didn't want to do it that day, and maybe Lars didn't want to do it that day? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
A guided backstage production tour led by the crew, pre-show lounge access, and complimentary drinks and dinner, and heavy-duty custom merch. The nice thing about this one is it's 2 days.
Right. So just
So
divide that total by 2, and that's all you spent. It's not that much.
Yeah, that's it. Plus your ticket.
Yeah, and your fees and
Plus
your
your
merch.
ticket. Right, exactly. None of them included
Your
T-shirts.
beverages. Yeah. So
What
this is
does
a
the
great
concierge do?
probably get your beverages.
There you go.
I don't know. The thing for me is that these VIP experiences have gotten way out of hand. They're expensive. All these artists want to talk about, they can't believe that Ticketmaster is making the fans pay so much for a daggone ticket. When you are turning around and doing the same thing just so a band can meet you, if you're reasonable in your price, cool. That'll be great. I'd love to get my chance to go meet you. But I'm not paying those prices because to me, I'm not stroking your ego. I'm already showing up at your concert. I'm buying your albums. I'm jamming to it because I've made a freaking playlist that I'm playing for a month before the show. I'm not going to spend $1,000, $1,800, $2,000 to spend 5 minutes meeting you and getting a sack of merch.
Well, and some of it, I mean, like a keychain or whatever. I mean, you went recently to the Warrant show and had a meet and greet.
I did,
And that was a reasonably priced one.
but it was with Firehouse.
Firehouse, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
What I like about those, because a lot of those bands, Firehouse, Warrant, those sorts of bands that do these smaller tours because they're not doing arena tours like Motley Crue, Metallica, stadium tours. That's extra money in their pocket because they're not
sure.
getting the big money. They're also not charging a lot for the meet and greets. I can't remember what you paid, but I guarantee you didn't pay $3,000
I guarantee I
to meet
didn't
Fire.
too because I wouldn't have done it. I love Firehouse.
Exactly.
I talk about them enough on this show. I love Firehouse.
Yes, and you talked about how laid back they were, how great they were
Oh,
to
it was
hang out
amazing.
with, and you actually got time with them. And that's great. I support that type of meet and greet. This
Yeah,
other stuff is a money grab.
it really is. Now, is it a once in a lifetime experience? Yeah, probably. But and I've made the comment on this show numerous times. I think this will be the last full tour that we ever see of Motley Crue. Is this your last chance? Very good possibility. I'm just on a rant right now. But I'm still not paying $1,400 just to meet you when maybe I can run into you at
Yeah,
the airport. I don't know. It's my luck's better
go to
if I'm going to win the
Nashville.
lottery. Yeah.
Some of these are worth the money. A mutual friend of ours had one with Alice Cooper,
Sure.
where he took a bunch of those meet and greets. Alice did, and they sat in his dressing room and hung out for 30 minutes at least.
Yeah.
While Alice told stories, asked questions, and engaged with people. And you know what that was? That was not worth $3,000. That was not $3,000. That was a lot cheaper. So some of them are worth it, but not very many of them, unless you just want to blow the money to say you did it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've done it to a few shows. I did it 2 or 3 years ago with Warrant, which is why
Yes,
and
that's why I
I
keep going to that one.
yeah, I did Warrant. I've done Firehouse, Steel Panther, Striper. I mean, the list goes on and on. But I didn't pay $1,400. I didn't pay $1,000. I just can't do it. All right. I need to move on because this is something that's going to take up the rest of the time. We got one more story to finish in the next 3 minutes. Because Def Leppard has decided to kind of jump into this whole foray about singing live and using backing tracks and all that stuff. Phil Collin, in a recent interview, basically saying they've been doing this for so long. They love what they do. They love putting on a good show. They all get along, they rehearse, and we really sing. He's quoted as saying, "We love what we do. We love each other. We rehearse so much, we really sing." A lot of bands
Yes.
don't really do that. We put so much effort into just raising the bar, production, everything. We are our own favorite band, so we have to make sure we keep that kind of expectation really high.
They they actually get a lot of credit for this a lot of the time because people can't believe that because they sound so good that they're actually singing live.
Yeah,
And I think one of the things they're doing now, Def Leppard, is opening the show a cappella, or at one point in the show, singing a cappella
yeah,
to show how good they sound just by themselves.
exactly. Phil added this little interesting tidbit and said, "We played a residency in Vegas in February and we'd done 12 shows. And at least 4 of them were in the top 5 shows we've ever done. So we keep getting better and better. And I think it's a great thing. Unfortunately, you see some artists and they kind of give up, and you see that, but we keep pushing it. We just keep raising the bar and just keep making it exciting."
Well, I saw Def Leppard not that long ago. Well, it's been long enough. And Joe Elliott, I can remember distinctly being glued to that microphone because
Oh,
he is
yeah.
just working so hard to sing and sound as good as he can sound. He wasn't running around like you see in "Pour Some Sugar on Me" video or anything like that. He was right there,
Right.
hooked to that microphone, and he sounded great.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that they're speaking out about it.
Yep, me too. It's kind of funny with all the other stuff that's going on and people talking about it. It's almost like a constant thing. Backing track,
Yes.
backing track, backing track. Now
Not
it's going to
us.
be VIP, VIP, VIP. Real quick in our last, I don't know, 10 seconds of this show, I have to let you know that Sebastian Bach has taken the first step to creating his next solo album. What is that first step, you ask? Well, it's creating a Dropbox folder so that everybody can put their ideas in it.
What? Wait.
That
What?
that's it. That's it. That's all we got. He's
How
That's
about
it.
join Skid Row?
No.
That's my
Nope.
suggestion.
No. No. He doesn't want to do that.
Lies. He does.
He probably does. Anyway, thanks for joining. This was episode 192. We look forward to seeing you next week for 193. Keep an eye on those socials. You never know when you're going to get an Easter egg. Just mark my words.